Ladies and gentlemen, we have some tragic news. Trevor Story, the shortstop for the Colorado Rockies, murdered 3 baseballs yesterday.
And this ball's high and deep left field. This ball's hit a long way again. That's number 30. Where will this one land? Come close again. Are you kidding me? 505.
I like it, finally.
I just want to quickly light this candle just to show my respect for that last baseball, which was hit at 505 feet. So let me just light my pumpkin spice candle. You're not forgotten. They had a family. What's going on, guys? It's Fuzzy. Welcome back to yet another MLB recap video, and I'm really sorry for the cringy intros that I've been giving out the last couple days. It's a lot of fun for me, and baseball's fun and makes me excited. Now, the one thing I want to say is I for sure lit this candle, and it's not lit right now, so I think this thing might be done, which is really sad because the only reason why I've been in such a great mood the past couple days is because it's this thing right here. On a serious note, guys, I am so excited to make today's video because yesterday was one of the most exciting days of the year in terms of just craziness that happened. Before we get into the stories from yesterday, I have one question to ask for you guys. So I do stream every single day over on twitch.com/fuzzyfromyt. So if you guys want to come check me out, that's how you can find me. But I have a question to ask for you guys. Should I do one stream per week on YouTube? I want to do what's called Fuzzy Fridays, where I play Fortnite with you guys. I can challenge you guys in MLB Show 18, maybe Madden, Spider-Man, whatever you guys want to see, but only on Fridays. And you guys have a chance to play with me. I think it'd be a lot of fun. So if you guys want to see Fuzzy Fridays where I get a chance to play you guys, the viewers, go ahead and slap a like on this video and let me know in the comment section, yes, I want to see Fuzzy Fridays. And without further ado, let's get back into the news. So you guys already saw the first clip. Trevor Story absolutely destroyed 3 home runs yesterday and put himself in MVP contention. Not only did he hit the furthest home run ever in StatCast history, so not the furthest home run in baseball history, I'm not saying that, but StatCast, they've been tracking the distance for about 6 or 7 years now, and Trevor Story just beat out the 504-foot home run from Giancarlo Stanton. It seems like Coors Field is where you hit the most amount of home runs. There was the Trevor Story 505, the 504 from Giancarlo Stanton was also at Coors Field, and then you had 495 and 495 from Chris Bryant and Aaron Judge, but those were hit at other ballparks. So what do you guys think is more impressive, the 495 from Chris Bryant and Aaron Judge that was not at Coors Field, or do you think the 504 and the 505 from Trevor Story and Giancarlo Stanton at Coors Field is more impressive? Let me know. But I have to talk about this considering we were just talking about him. Trevor Story is having an MVP season, so the Rockies are now in first place in the NL West. He's hitting .298 on the season with 31 home runs, 95 RBIs, 25 stolen bases, and if you guys think the last time that a shortstop did that, they won the MVP. Jimmy Rollins, Barry Larkin, they all had MVP years, so Trevor Story, he might be having that season. We have Matt Carpenter going for the award. Nolan Arenado is making some noise. Freddie Freeman is starting to come back alive again. Christian Yelich, Lorenzo Cain. So there's so many players in the mix right now for every single award out there. NL Rookie of the Year, AL Rookie of the Year, AL Cy Young, NL Cy Young. There's so many things that we could talk about, and I just cannot say thank you enough to the baseball gods for giving us so much entertainment at the end of the year. And speaking of entertainment, the next story, I don't understand baseball sometimes. So Shohei Ohtani, we all know him. We talk about him a lot on this channel just because he's so exciting. He's a two-way player. We haven't seen someone that good at pitching and hitting since Babe Ruth. So Mr. Babe Ruth back there, yeah, Shohei's coming for you. And when I say coming for you, I just mean like the best two-way player since Babe Ruth. I don't think Shohei's going to hit 714 home runs anytime soon. But craziest thing happened. Shohei, he pitched on Sunday against the Astros. I think he went about 3 innings. Not great. Did not have a good start. And then he injured his UCL again. So he only went 3 innings because they were trying to preserve his elbow. And then it showed recently in an MRI that there was further UCL damage. So it is recommended that Tommy John is required for Shohei Ohtani. But then baseball being baseball, the Angels put Shohei Ohtani back in the lineup. I'm not sure why. They're not going to make the playoffs. If I was them, I would just shelf him for the rest of the year. But of course, he's in the lineup and he does this.
That is high and deep to right field. Mazzara moving back on it near the track and at the wall. And that's line to left center field. There goes Shohei. Third down by Chirinos. That's out to right field again. Mazzara racing back. Leaps up. Gone!
Now, the only thing that I can say about that clip is Shohei just might be a lucky freak of nature. So when you throw right-handed, all of the stress is on your right elbow. But when you hit lefty like Shohei Ohtani does and you follow through, it's all on your left elbow. So technically, if Shohei Ohtani gets UCL Tommy John surgery, he can still come back and hit as a DH. So guys, let me know in the comment section down below. If you were Mike Scioscia, this is going to be his last season as the Angels head coach. Would you just sit Shohei Ohtani, or would you let him continue to hit? In my opinion, if I was the Angels front office, I would tell Mike Scioscia, please do not play this guy. Just sit him. Mike Trout was having an MVP season. Just please, for the love of God, save our two best players for next year, because obviously we're not making the postseason this year. It's just a rough time to be an Angels fan. I thought they were going to make the playoffs this year with Justin Upton, Ian Kinsler. They don't even have Ian Kinsler anymore, and I want the Angels to be good again. Alright, so we saw that history was made with the 500-foot home run coming off the bat of Trevor Story, but there was history made in a different reason. So as of yesterday, teams down by 6 runs or more in the 8th inning were 0-487. So in almost 500 games, not one team has ever come back to win until yesterday.
There's a drive out to right field, racing back to Walsh. Driven to left field, a base hit. That's a rocket, pulled into left. Acuna back. Line shot. High fly ball. Deep left field. Watch this, baby.
And of course, who is the one team that has to change that record? The Boston Red Sox. There's so many things that we could say about this team. And also the fact that they don't even have Chris Sale pitching right now. Nathan Eovaldi's kind of dipped off a little bit. So if the Red Sox can come back and beat a team down by 6 going into the 8th inning, the first time in 487 attempts, they're, I don't even want to talk about the Red Sox anymore, because I'm an Indians fan. I know a lot of you watching right now are Cardinals fans, Brewers fans, Yankees fans, Athletic fans, and we're all just kind of sitting back thinking, how are we going to beat this team? Now, there are a few teams in the American League that I feel have a decent chance against the Red Sox going into the playoffs. 2 teams being the Yankees and the Athletics, and they squared up yesterday. It was actually a pretty good series.
On with our offense.
Speaking of offense, that's a base hit to center field. It's going to knock home a pair. Stay hot, Stephen Piscotty. It's 6-0, the A's lead.
And when I mean good series, I mean for the Athletics, because they did come away with that series win. And one point I do want to make is Gary Sanchez, the catcher for the New York Yankees. He just came back. He hit his 15th home run yesterday. Yay, whoopee. Yo, this guy might be the worst catcher I've ever seen.
And no one gets away from Sanchez. And here comes Olsen. He'll score. It is 4-0 A's.
Yeah, that one bounced. But he tried to go to the backhand. Usually you try and take it off the chest protector.
Gary Sanchez has missed almost a month and a half, 2 months worth of baseball, yet he leads the entire league, Major League Baseball, in pass balls. I think he had 4 yesterday with Luis Severino on the bump, and we'll get into Luis Severino in just a second because I don't know what happened to him. Actually, I'm going to get into it now. I was willing to admit that Luis Severino might be better than Corey Kluber right now at this stage in the career, but ever since the All-Star break, that guy has not been what he was supposed to be. Gary Sanchez is letting baseballs get past him left and right, so I want to ask you guys a question. 2 questions, actually. What happened to Luis Severino? And also, is it worth Gary Sanchez to have him back there at the plate for his home runs? Or do you think they should just DH him and leave him alone for the rest of the year? Oh, I just get so heated sometimes talking about the Yankees, because Yankees fans sometimes, they're just not content with being 30 games above 500. And then Gary Sanchez and his hustle. I just don't think that this guy plays the game of baseball hard at every moment in time. And it really gets them on nerves. But I'm going to go ahead and go to the next subject because I don't want to get too upset. The Cubs and the Brewers are facing off, which is a huge series because if you guys know, the Cubs and the Brewers are in the NL Central and they're only separated by about 4 games. So every win in this series is going to be massive. So it's going to come down to the final strike. Curtis Granderson, the newly acquired Brewers versus Pedro Strop. Let's see what happens.
Swing and a miss. Just got a little bit better. Cubs win.
So we saw that Pedro Strop was able to win that 1-versus-1. Now I do want to show one more clip from that game because Kyle Schwarber, he straight up went mashed potatoes on this baseball.
Zobrist hit the bag, and there's double. And Schwarber launches. It is gone. 6-1. Hey, just homered off Corbin Burns.
And then our last clip is going to be another home run that went a bajillion feet. Matt Adams, he was just acquired by the Cardinals from the Nationals, and yesterday was Matt Adams' first day back in Nationals Park. Yeah, and he kind of told the Nationals fans, this is what you're missing. This ball was launched.
Adams again into deep right. How far is this one? His second home run, and it's 6-0 Cardinals.
And guys, we're going to wrap up the stories with 2 quick little injury updates. So Kenley Jansen, due to his heart, will not be allowed to travel to Coors Field to face against the Rockies, which is a big deal because Rockies first place, Dodgers in second or third. I'm not sure. We're going to look at the standings in just a second. So that's a huge injury. And then Sean Kelly, one of the closers and the relief pitchers for the Athletics. He's a big arm for them. They're going to need him going forward. He sliced his finger yesterday loading the dishes. So yeah, baseball injuries are just crazy. All right, guys, so we're going to quickly go over the standings. I'm not going to spend too much time on them today. We can see in the American League, the Red Sox, Indians, Astros are leading their divisions. And then in the wild card, we have the Yankees and the Athletics in first and second place, with the Mariners still 5.5 games back. In the National League, we see the Braves, Cubs, and Rockies are all leading their division. And then in the wild card, the Brewers are up by half a game. The Cardinals are now in second place. And then we see the Dodgers, Diamondbacks, and Phillies are now all within 5 games. The Phillies, they got to pick up the pace, man. They've gone from leading the division, they've gone from about 2 games back to the wild card, leading the wild card, now 4.5 games back. So you guys got to get back on the horse, as they say. So guys, that's going to do it for me today. Thank you all so much for watching again, guys. Let me know in the comment section down below. Do you want me to stream on Fridays and call it Fuzzy Fridays, where we play any game that we want? The main thing that I want to do is I want to make sure that if you guys don't follow me on Twitch, I still want to give you guys an opportunity to play with me, whether it's MLB The Show 18, Black Ops 4, Spider-Man. I'm not sure if there's going to be a multiplayer on that game, or even NBA, Madden, all these different games, MLB The Show 18. So guys, let me know in the comment section down below. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you for your support on yesterday's videos, and I love you guys. See you in the next video. Peace out.